Hey, what's happening, YouTube? There has been this viral video going around where Alec Baldwin and his wife Hilaria are interviewed on the red carpet, and this thing is explosive. It is fireworks. And I'm going to play this video and just make comments on it because I think this video really highlights how somebody, even in Alec's position, right? He's a powerful guy, he's funny, he's got money, he's a celebrity, suffers from approval-seeking behavior, and it just destroys his marriage. His wife does not respect him, is absolutely not attracted to him, resents him, and they just bicker and argue through this entire interview. This interview just kind of represents everything that can go wrong in a marriage when the guy is overly nice and is a doormat. And I'm gonna play it and then make comments on it along the way. Here we go.
Where are the kids?
Kids are trying to go to bed. This was an earlier night. I know they were. It was. I had to sneak out.
When I say them, I go, "Mommy has to go to work," and they're like, "Oh, okay."
No, then the baby wanted to come too. She's like, "I come too."
They all want to come.
Sorry, but
What years?
So right there, the first part of the interview, there's really not much going on, right? They're pretty kosher at this point. There's already a little bit of tension. They disagreed with each other for just a little bit. But let's run it.
I have to bring them back because the desserts upstairs are amazing. Do they have sweet tooth?
yes, and so do we.
They actually, because of her, they eat very healthy. But when dessert time comes,
She's already nodding her head.
you better show up.
It's a mix.
They want good desserts.
A little bit of
They're very
tension, a little
spoiled.
bit of
They're New Yorkers. They want good desserts. You have kids? You don't.
But you two do a beautiful. I was gonna say you two do a beautiful job raising your family. You guys are hosting tonight. Why was it important for you guys to come out and celebrate this grand opening?
I mean, it's such an iconic New York place, and I mean to come up here. Were
The
you?
last one to open, how were you? How old were you? 6? You were 6 years old when the first Planet Hollywood opened.
I was.
I was here for the opening of the first Planet Hollywood. Yeah, yes.
So right there, shots fired, right? He is kind of belittling her, saying, how old were you? You were 6, basically saying you don't even have much experience, right? I was here for when it all happened. And you can tell that there's really some pent-up frustration going on there, right? And I think a lot of it stems from her treating him poorly. And that's because you'll see this throughout the interview, because I don't think she sees him as the man she thought she was marrying. And I think at the root of it, it's because she resents him because he is not the man she wants. And she resents that. And I think it causes her to lose respect for him, lose attraction for him. And I think he feels it, and that bothers him, right? She doesn't respect him because he's a nice guy, and watch, you'll see this all start to play out. But he fired the first shots, and I don't even think it was that bad. But she is gonna go scorched earth on him, and she gets bad. She's way more direct than he is.
Well, back then when they did that, it was kind of new. House of Blues and all those celebrity-themed things, and Bruce and Arnold were all a big part of the first Planet Hollywood, and it was a very big deal. They had openings here with Bruce and that whole crowd, and they were huge events. And then the place was open for a long time. House of Blues too, Danny Aykroyd and that crowd, and they were very, very famous restaurant music clubs. Played a lot of music, and but now they went down, they closed, and they're reopening. And Robert Earp.
Look at her licking her lips just now, right?
Music, and but
she
now
does
they went
not
down,
like
they
what he's
closed,
saying,
and they're reopening.
and she's pissed at him.
And Robert
Look at
Earl
her
was
lips, getting ready to pounce on him because she is frustrated. She doesn't trust what he's saying. She doesn't like the way he's saying it, and she is getting ready to be in attack mode.
The original founder, the original guy that started it, is back here starting it again. So good for him.
And that's the History Channel.
Boom. She doesn't give an F what people think, right? She's pissed and she's letting him know. And she feels offended because of what Alec just said. And you can just see she holds herself to a higher standard than he holds himself, right? She's like, "Oh, you did that to me. You just said that to me." She's not going to let him get away with it. And she is just going to outright attack him throughout this video. But right there, she said, that's the History Channel. She's saying, "You're boring. Nobody wants to hear your crap," right? And you can tell she doesn't give an F what other people think. She's saying this and she's on camera in Planet Hollywood. She knows everybody's going to see it. She doesn't care. She just disrespects him. And she does this throughout the interview. It goes it shows how bad the marriage is and how Alec Baldwin just lets it all happen. He's a big, nice guy, doormat kind of guy that doesn't do anything and is disrespected. And you'll just see this over and over through the interview. So let's run it. It's real sad.
But it is an iconic brand, like you mentioned it. What do you guys have in store for us today?
We'll see. I think we're just gonna have fun. And
Where?
Here.
Here?
Here. We're gonna have fun and hang out. I mean, do you see how big this? Like, it's incredible how many people have shown up, and it just shows you. I mean, what an iconic place.
Ooh, the other thing that I forgot to show. Shoot. When she says, and that's the History Channel, watch Alec Baldwin's reaction. Watch his reaction.
The History Channel.
Watch. See that? He says, I'm sorry. He mumbles, I'm sorry.
Starting it again, so good for him.
Watch.
And that's the History
Right
Channel.
I'm sorry. Look at that. He mumbles, I'm sorry. Huge red flag and huge no for guys, right? If you're struggling with nice guy behavior, you don't do this because disrespect comes when you're overly nice, right? It's when you say what you think other people want you to hear because you're doing everything you can in your power to please them. Respect, on the other hand, comes when you have the courage to say what you believe, right? To set boundaries, to act in alignment with your values, right? And he is clearly just saying that because she doesn't like what he says and he says, I'm sorry. He didn't have to say, I'm sorry. She is the one that's disrespecting him and being rude to him, yet he apologizes. He shouldn't have to do that. And so that is a huge red flag right there. All right.
But it is an iconic brand, like you mentioned it. What do you guys have in store for us today?
We'll see. I think we're just gonna have fun. And
Where?
Here.
Here?
Here. We're gonna have fun and hang out. I mean, do you
Sure.
see how big this? Like, it's incredible how many people have shown up, and it just shows you. I mean, what an iconic place.
I mean, you've spent your career in Hollywood, but I have to know, because we are loving the show, by the way. We're loving getting to know your family. Is it harder to memorize scripts or be yourself on unscripted television?
Yourself. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard, yeah.
What makes it so hard?
Well, it's a good question. I think it's because you don't want it to be dull, and just if you showed the way our life really is, you get it after like an hour. It's like it's the same thing a lot. I mean, not just the two.
And you can tell as he's giving the answer, Hilaria does not like it. She's not pleased with his answer. She doesn't trust him. She's continuing to she has a little smirk, right? She's kind of licking the lips a little bit. She doesn't respect him. She's pissed at him. And you can see this play out. She's flustered and she'll continue to humiliate him. Just watch.
Of us in our life, or with the kids, we like routine. It's good for the kids to have a routine. I mean, she, as a mother, is very good at keeping them on a routine. But so you feel the desire to make it more silly than it might be.
I have to say that I don't think you make it more silly than it is. I actually feel.
Did you get that on the show?
No. We just cut all that part out.
Cut me out.
Cut you out. When you're trying to make it silly, we cut it out. No.
Look how disrespectful. It's unbelievable how disrespectful she is to him. She does not give an F, not a single F about making him look bad, about humiliating him. And she just continues, with the cutting out, right? You can tell that she wants to cut him, I feel like there's a lot of sub-communication there where, she feels like that throughout their interaction, throughout their marriage, throughout their life. But what this says here is, it signals to me that Alec doesn't have much value in himself. He's very insecure because when you treat yourself as valuable, others will too. She's not valuing him. She does not respect him. It's really, really obvious. And look at him looking down. He feels humiliated.
I mean, I think that every day, because we like routine, and I think anybody who's a parent knows that routine is king or in queen. Routine is key. We'll just say king and queen at the same time.
It's essential.
It's essential. But, I think that us trying to every day.
Word for essential in Spanish.
Esencial. Okay.
So Alec there feels really disrespected, and he's trying to get her back a little bit. So a few years ago, she got caught speaking with a fake Spanish accent. And so that was in the news. And I think right there he's trying to get her back by saying, what's the Spanish word for essential? Trying to humiliate him, but in a really, really indirect way, like a sneaky, indirect way, which I think actually works to his disadvantage. It makes her lose even more respect for him, right? He is not addressing these issues head on. He is more kind of covertly doing it. And I think it's a weak approach. And I think, again, that signals that he's a nice guy and he's afraid to speak his mind and wants to please others. He's a people pleaser, and we'll just run the interview, but you'll continue to see this.
They let me down.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're distracting me. Right?
Yeah, Alec is pissed, and he's trying to get something back from her, right? So he says that.
Now,
Sorry.
like now you're just doing that. Why? Why are you distracting me?
I'm just captivated by your beauty.
You're just distracting me. No, but oh my God, stop! You're annoying me. Stop! It's not cute. No, he's distracting me.
So he's disingenuous here, giving her compliments, but he's just pissed, and he's trying to get something back from her. And she is much more direct with her insults and with her anger. She's much more direct. You're distracting me, like just much more direct. But clearly, again, she doesn't value him, and I think it's because he doesn't value himself.
So I'm gonna like walk out of this interview. Right?
I need the motherhood notes. You were doing an amazing.
No, okay, go back.
So now Alec feels humiliated, and he leaves, right? Nice guy tendency is when you feel that other people are angry at you, when you feel humiliated, you avoid conflict. And so he's walking away, avoiding the conflict.
Let me go back. It's all about routine. It's all about routine, and every day we strive to be boring, and then like unboring things happen to us, as they do with 7 children.
7 children. I mean, you guys are raising a big family. You come from a big family, and you talk about how it kind of reminds you of that. What does it bring back for you?
Let me tell you what my life is like now. Seriously, I have a home. I have a home. And when I'm not home, I want to go home. I just went to Florida for overnight for an event in Palm Beach. I flew down there yesterday.
So this is a telltale sign that Alec is a nice guy, doormat kind of husband, which is awful, right? Even though Hilaria completely disrespects him, humiliates him, he continues to come and give her flowers, right? He's always seeking approval. And you're gonna see it right here. Watch what he says here. He's gonna say something that really shows that he's seeking approval. So by giving her flowers, he's kind of seeking her approval, but he's also seeking approval from the interviewer and the audience, right? By kind of showing like, I'm a nice guy. I still value her, even though she treats me like crap.
They came back today. Even when I'm away from them for a day, and you believe me when I say this, she loves when I go away. Wow. But
Right there, a lot just happened. So he said she loves when I go away, and he's fishing for her. He's fishing for her to say, oh, no, we don't. We actually like it when you're around, or we really miss you when you're away, or things are really hard when you're away. But she doesn't. She just lets him say that, and this pisses him off. He says, wow, and he is just infuriated right now. Yeah, it's real sad.
I have a home, 7 kids. We have all these animals, and we have a house outside the city that's very pretty, and our life is good. But I never had a home on this level, this way. So many people that I love. I'm always sad to leave home, and I'm always happy to come home.
You guys have a beautiful life, a beautiful home. All right, we want more of this.
That was so bad. Like, you could just tell that he feels humiliated. She didn't validate him by saying, no, we actually want you to be home with us, right? He just she just let him talk, and he feels very, he's trying to win the approval of the audience, win the approval of the wife, and nobody's giving it to him, and he's gonna walk away now because he feels he's avoiding conflict, feels humiliated. It's sad.
The Hilaria show.
No, I think we're gonna see.
He's pissed.
We're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God! When I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not.
Again, right there. Look at how aggressive she is. He says you're a winner and he's saying it out of frustration, and she absolutely goes at him like a dog. Right? When I'm talking, you're not talking. And right there, he says, "I'm sorry." Did you hear that? He said, "I'm sorry." Again, he apologized. Which is crazy. After all the things, after how badly she's treated him, right? He's continuing to apologize. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. She continues to treat him like crap.
Talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show. No,
with the cutting him out comment.
I mean, I think this is a real.
Look how mad he is. Look how upset he is. Look how frustrated he is. He cannot take it. She is so rude to him. But he is such a doormat, he doesn't do anything about it, and he just walks away.
Really raw show,
really sad.
And it's very real, and we took a lot of chances. And, I think that we'll see where it leads us, we'll see what it feels like to be out there, and then we'll see, if people like it. that's another thing too, you know. So
I'm sure you're getting great reception already.
people have been very kind. It feels very cathartic to have everything be out there.
I want to ask you about your book with Carmen that's coming out. What can we expect? Give us a little taste.
So I'm very proud of Carmen. Carmen's always doing skincare, and she's always like making her like little recipes at home. And so she started doing this, and little by little we wrote the recipes down, and it turned into a book. And anyone who has a tween really knows that they're obsessed with skincare right now. All the girls want to go to Sephora, Drunk Elephant, and some of it's fun to lean into, and some of it you got to pull them back a little bit. Like they don't need to do anti-aging when they're 11. And so we're trying to, we wrote this book talking about that and trying to manage your self-esteem and not getting pulled too far into pressures. And so I'm very proud of her. And she loves doing little face masks on him, as you guys saw in episode 2. Carmen and her face masks.
But the episodes, I predict now on television, on American television, that season 2 is going to be you and Carmen.
So he is so pissed right now, and we finally see some emotion from him. He blows up, right? He blows up after kind of walking it off a little bit, thinking about it, and coming back. And this is a very, very common nice guy pattern because nice guys prioritize pleasing other people, right? They avoid conflict by suppressing their own emotions, and this builds up and builds up and builds up, and eventually leads to like an emotional outburst, and we see that from him. And he's finally blowing up, and watch her. She doesn't hold back either. She's like, if you blow up, I'm blowing up.
It's gonna be the two of them. They have their own show.
Can I tell you, from now on, unless it's history, don't take anything that this guy is going to say, because he just invents it on the spot. It's all like this.
But I do want to ask you lastly,
Oh my god. So she fires back. She says she doesn't take him seriously. You can just tell she doesn't trust him, again, because of these nice guy tendencies. All right, let's play.
about your memoir. What are you excited for readers to learn about?
I'm in the process of doing the audiobook right now, which is...
It's a heavy experience, right?
It is. It feels... all of these projects that we're doing are very much about sharing ourselves and taking control of our own story. Because in this world, everybody likes to talk for you, and it's nice to, take the moment to talk for yourself. So I'm very excited for people to read it, and it's all within common themes that I think a lot of mothers feel, and we all have our own stories, but we can relate to each other. And so I hope people like it. I hope people like all of the things that we're doing.
I hope people read my wife's book and realize what like an unusually amazing woman she is.
Okay, so right now, after all of that, after being humiliated over and over again, he's going to go back to this pattern of giving her flowers, right? He's going to continue to try and give her flowers to win her approval and to win the audience's approval, which is a nice guy behavior because it's really insincere. But what it demonstrates is that Alec is prioritizing winning other people's approval, right, over his own authentic behavior. And watch.
My wife is probably one of the most special people. She is probably the most special person I've ever met in my life. Her qualities are just so, the combination is like kind of mind blowing. Anyway,
For you guys, enjoy.
Look how insincere that sounded, right? It just sounded really, really fake. Basically what it is when you choose to suppress your opinion and soften your personality just to please someone else, right? You're not being genuine. It's a performance. And, while you think it's making you likable, you're not being genuine and you're just performing. Hilaria can sense it. Women are really good at sensing those things. They sense when you're agreeing just to agree. They sense when you're holding back. They sense when you're trying too hard to be what you think they want you to be. And it just comes off as weak, disingenuous. It makes her lose respect for him, lose attraction for him. He becomes her doormat, and the marriage has gone to crap. And that's what's going on in this marriage. So basically, what should he do? How does he fix this? He needs to shift. He needs to shift from being a nice guy to being authentic. And it starts from being aware. Take a look at the moments when he's holding back and playing it safe and ask himself, is it because it's true, or is he saying it because he's trying to win her approval? He's trying to be liked. If it's the latter, then challenge yourself to speak your truth, right? Stop saying sorry if you didn't do anything wrong, if you don't mean it. All right, the other thing he can do, number 2, embrace the vulnerability, right? Authenticity in leadership is not about being strong and have it all figured out. It's about being real. It's about sometimes, admitting fears, struggles, imperfections, right? Vulnerability is courage, it's not weakness. And then finally, he needs to practice being consistent with it, right? This isn't something you just turn on and off depending on who he's with. It's a way of being, showing up as your true self no matter the situation, no matter what the stakes. There's a lot of marriages falling apart because people are too nice. People need to be real. Women don't want niceness. They want authentic men, people with the courage to be authentic, because it builds deeper connection and it garners respect and admiration. And I think those are the things that he needs to fix the marriage. But that's all. That's what I got for you guys. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If this helps you in any way, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Beach house vibes, maneuver the jet ski. Cause I serve a god that parted the Red Sea. Multi-million dollar